So, you've come here because you want to know the ways of the Great One's mane. Legend has it, only the bravest of men and women are capable of achieving the title of a true 1v1 god. It's not going to be easy, in fact, it is dang near impossible to achieve. But if you really want to know, I can be your sensei, your soccer senpai, if you will. Along your journey to fully embrace the mind, body, and spirit of the Great One's mane, you must first not only learn, but master the 5 pillars of every Great One's mane. So, if you think you're up to the challenge, the first thing you're going to need is a Dominus. Just kidding, I wouldn't make my worst enemy drive that car. Let us start at the actual first pillar though. The first pillar you must master along this journey is to enlarge your ego tenfold. To do this, you must convince yourself no one is better than you and that you are at least 5 ranks higher than your actual rank. You are at least 5 ranks higher than your actual rank. You are at least 5 ranks. Once you start believing you are the best, you should not only show your opponents with your game, but you should also tell them. Never be afraid to let them know that you are just the better player. They will surely appreciate your honesty. Pro tip, if your opponent gets ahead at any point in the match, just start blaming the servers. Psyonix needs to fix those, by the way, that's why I'm not a champ 2 yet. Or if it gets too bad, no need to fret, young squire. Try unplugging your router. That guy didn't beat you, no, it was that darn internet again. Ah, can you feel it? Yes, young one, the transformation is happening, yes. On to the second pillar. You might want to get your deodorants out for this one. Always rush your opponent. It's that simple. Or is it? The art of rushing your opponent takes many hours of practice and several sticks of deodorant per training session. Never let your foot off the gas, never give them any space, and never let them touch the ball. Even if you must sacrifice a proper offensive setup, or several proper offensive setups, keep the ball away from them at all costs. The good part about mastering this pillar is that you won't ever have to worry about retreating back to your own net because you just won't need to. Remember, you are so much better than your opponent. Why slow down for some chump? Yes, you are finally starting to get it. I am beginning to see real potential in you. Well, since you've come this far on your journey, I must now share with you the third pillar of every Great One's mane. Obnoxiously demo at every opportunity. Luckily, this skill set goes hand in hand with the last pillar we learned. Oh, you're just not a fan of demos? Well, if you want to be great, you have to be that player as well. I told you this wouldn't be an easy road ahead, and yes, you know exactly the kind of player I'm talking about. The one that basically believes Rocket League is a first-person shooter where you have to kill your opponent until they leave the game? Yeah, that guy. That's gonna be you now. Also, a pro tip for executing this pillar is to squeeze your controller like it's a Capri Sun that just won't give you that last bit of juice. Yeah, just let that anger out, little Timmy. Let it out. You are well on your way to becoming a Great One's mane, but there is still so much to learn, so pay attention. Now, moving on to the fourth pillar of every Great One's mane, disrespect your opponent by any means. Some say this pillar requires a cold heart, and quite frankly, I have to agree. Yet, I find this pillar to be so delightful. It's funny how these things work out. Anyways, disrespect your opponent by any means. What does this mean? Well, first you want to use your quick chats to your advantage. This is one of the most overlooked strategies to becoming a high-level player, so be sure to implement them into your game right away. For example, if your opponent misses a shot, try spamming nice shot a few times and maybe sprinkle in a great pass or two. Or, if your opponent misses a save, it's almost a given that you do one holy cow, 2 close ones, and a what a save for the cherry on top. Pro tip for being disrespectful using the quick chat method. Try using quick chats even when they don't make any sense. Saying, okay, or wow, periodically throughout your matches should do the trick. Bonus points if your opponent forfeits, or even better, starts a keyboard war with you. In that case, while he's typing, go demo him, score a goal, and then spam what a save. This method is tried and true to get you to where you want to go in this game. Another way to master the art of disrespecting your opponent is to write them a long message about how all of their goals weren't even good because they weren't stealing shots or flip resets and you think that he's just a total rat because of it. This usually helps. I'm not sure how, but it does. Trust me. So, you think that you've come this far, that I'm just going to tell you the fifth and final pillar to mastering your training? Look inside you. You have already embodied the One's mane. You just have to be the One's mane. I'll give you a hint. This one ties back to the first pillar, where you enlarged your ego. Kinda neat how I made it come full circle, right? I should really be charging for this thing. Seriously, I kinda need the money. Anyways, I guess since you're new here, you get a free pass, and I guess I'll tell you what the fifth and final pillar is. Never lose. You will win every single match if you implement the chase, the demo, and quick chat methods. Never lose. You are too good at the game by now to lose to anyone. Some fun ways to mess around with this pillar is to let the opponent get a 1-goal lead, and hold on, I'm not done yet, don't go blaming the servers just yet. And then just absolutely smash them using your demo and chase techniques and let them know how much better you are and how close they weren't to saving your shot because you're just that much better than them at Rocket League. See, if you've truly mastered these pillars along your journey today, you'd know by now that the 5th pillar goes without saying because it's impossible to lose as a sweaty, try-hard, egotistical ones main. Also, if you do end up losing, don't forget to blame the servers. Later, guys!